Several researchers have proposed that one mechanism that leads to the induction of emotion by music is the emotional contagion. This plays an important role in our relationship with music due to many genres of music being highly emotionally evocative, such as gospel music. Have you ever thought that the standard career fields are kind of boring? You know, sitting at a desk hour after hour, or going through the motions of a trade with potentially lackluster coworkers, feeling that your individuality or spirit is being snuffed out. Well, I hope that you take another look and consider the music industry. As someone who is personally interested in at least a part-time or side gig in the music industry, as well, especially with gospel music, as well as my relationship with gospel music, both developing and maintaining my spiritual interest, and bringing information to guide you into the music industry. If you have a passion for music, no matter what it is, you can use the music industry to exercise your evangelical responsibilities and spread the word of God. So a couple different things would be, there are many different specialties that you can go into the music industry. Music is a part of everyone's day-to-day lives, as well as music is one of the world's universal languages. Now let's start with the different careers in the music industry. If you like to be creative, be a content producer, they have jobs such as songwriter, audio engineer, arranger, sound designer, or producer, just to name a few. But the skills of the content producers are heavily reliant on large entities that promise legal protection and expedient monetization of distribution of their music. With this in mind, we have other fields such as management, promotion, licensing, event arrangement, and being part of a musician's legal team. And obviously there are others on top of that. So whether you have the creative flame or you don't, you can still partake in the music industry. And now, if you're concerned about the amount of people that you'll reach, you shouldn't be, because music is part of everyone's day-to-day lives all around the world. Music, whether it be at the gym, at home, out in the city, 2011 study found that people on average listen to about 18 hours of music a day, and that's the combination of everyone in the world, of course, that they surveyed. These are just some of the different reasons why people might listen to music, such as enjoyment, relaxation, activities, to accompany with during activities, to pass time, create an atmosphere, and for a few different emotional reasons. With the multitude of reasons that music is part of people's lives, a well-written, produced, or advertised piece of music can make a mark on millions. Now, with this in mind, even with the huge part that music plays in people's lives, how can we take account for the multicultural world that we live in today? Luckily, music is one of the world's universal languages. Wrapping back to what I said at the beginning with the emotional contagion, this phenomenon is the root of music's ability to transcend common language. Music is conveyed, the emotion conveyed by the creators of music when it's created can take effect in the listeners whenever they consume the music. Now, gospel, especially taking parts of classical music as well as other genres of music, classical music being a highly complicated and harmonic genre of music, which drives a lot of emotion from the listeners, deeper than just happiness or grace. Can even shed a tear or be moved by classical music, and gospel takes a part in this. Kurt Carr, who is a popular gospel artist, producer, and singer, shows kind of how you can use music to spread the word of God. In one of his songs, In the Sanctuary, he said that it opened so many doors for him in regards to multicultural acceptance, and it was recorded in 9 different languages. With this in mind, we can see that, especially with Christianity having some similarities between culture to culture, Christian music can be widely or more easily accepted throughout the world. And Kurt Carr shows how the universal language that music is allows for this spread of gospel. Mark 16, verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and proclaim the gospel to the whole creation." With this in mind, you can use the music industry, no matter what part you play in, whether it be a manager, producer, creative field, or anything else. You can dedicate those things, those positions, to your evangelical responsibilities as said by God. The music industry allows for a multitude of skill sets to be utilized. It is a part of everyone's day-to-day lives, as well as it is part of the universal language. Now, I want you to consider the music has had a huge role in the history of our spreading stories, spreading emotions, the history of the world. And why not now take the opportunity, if you have that creative flame or that passion for it, to be a part of music's continuing history. Thank you.